you just don't have.
Welcome to the Kombat AllStar Show. I am your host, Kombat AllStar, and she is...
Random girl.
And today, we've got tons to talk about, homies.
We got some news for ya.
Now, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on, so it's been kind of hard to pick and choose what we're going to talk about exactly today. But I'm going to give you the rundown in no particular order. So, first thing we're going to talk about is, not first thing we're going to talk about, but like I said, in no particular order.
Okay.
NXT Brooklyn. Gonna talk about that. Lots of wrestling news. Okay, so lots of wrestling news. Okay, I'm talking about SummerSlam in the Atomic House, so go check that out. But on this show, talking about some NXT Brooklyn. All right, and then the next thing we're going to be talking about is Martian Manhunter New 52.
Yeah.
That's 3 issues in. I kind of want to talk about my feelings and all that and everything. So we'll talk about that. Okay, and then in the gaming section, we're going to talk about Phil Spencer. Basically talking about the backwards compatibility of Xbox 360. And we'll kind of get into that when we get into that topic, but it's going to be awesome, trust me. And then the last thing, in visual effects section, we're going to talk about Star Wars. We're going to talk about Rogue One and The Force Awakens, and you'll see. I kind of want to skip little spoilers here and there, but I ain't going to do that. You'll see. So without further ado,
let's go, Combat.
Let's go, peeps.
Let's talk comic books.
Comic books! We're going to talk about Martian Manhunter. Now, you guys know I was super stoked. It was actually the first episode of the Atomic Cast when I was talking about comic books, and I was like, oh my gosh, Martian Manhunter! So they finally did it. The 3 issues in. And I kind of want to talk about the comic book because I have mixed feelings about it because it's on one hand it's a very good comic book, it's very well written, but on the other hand it's I feel like it's kind of all over the place. I mean, you have so I'm gonna spoil it for you guys just to whet your appetite, but basically Martian Manhunter was he was brought to Earth to be a weapon. And the Martians, the planet kind of dried out and died or whatever. So the entire population of the Martian race now lives amongst humans, right? So they're basically a good 40% of the people on Earth. And
that's a large percent. 40%?
Yeah, it's about 40% of the people on Earth.
My gosh.
They have some sort of space station where they're trying to, basically they want to basically take the Earth's natural resources. And John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, got these. He was brought to Earth to be a weapon, right? He didn't know he was a weapon. They implanted false memories of his family and what he thought happened to Mars. So the wiping out of Mars, family dying, all that. It's all implanted memories. It's kind of like a born supremacy deal or something like that. So he's actually a weapon. And in these issues, he's kind of dealing with the fact that he knows the truth now, and he doesn't want to be a weapon. So he's trying to warn the Justice League and trying to warn the media without making it seem like he was the monster to begin with. It's a very delicate kind of story, and then he ends up exploding himself, and then he ends up I guess it's kind of weird. I'm not quite sure where they're going with it, but there's 5 or 6 people who are the Martian Manhunter apparently. So they have to come together.
Oh, because he exploded himself?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So they have to come together, but they were all there before he exploded himself. I don't know. It's the way they explain it and talk about it is really kind of strange.
Okay. So he exploded himself, and then the people that were already there living got, I guess, pieces of him, and they became Martian Manhunter. It's something like that. And it's hard for me to follow because I feel like they're purposely leaving things out to explain in later issues. Oh, that's what I feel like.
But it's just kind of confusing. I do like it. I do like some of the characters. There's an 8-year-old girl, and so far she's been my favorite character.
Yeah.
And she's just awesome. She's she ends up with a group of friends, and she's like, "Come on, guys, we gotta do what's right, and come on, we gotta help Mr. Biscuits." And she's awesome. I love her character. That's probably actually she's like, I think she's the only well-developed character so far in the story. But I mean, I do like it. I am interested where it's going to go, but I am very confused. So if you guys watch, I know a few of the guys at DC watch the show, which is very flattering to me, and I think that's awesome. So if you watch the show, if anybody who's working on the comics watching, kind of bring me in. I feel kind of.
Or maybe just be patient.
Yeah, maybe I do have to be patient, but you're writing in a very confusing way, and the comic is $3.99, so it's a little on the expensive side. So help me out, make me want to buy the next issue. I don't feel like they're doing that. Like I said, I do like the comic. I think it's very interesting, but I don't think it has enough hook to make me want to continue to read. And so. Yeah, I like it. And are you guys reading it? I encourage everybody out there to at least pick up the first issue, read this thing. Like I said, it's very interesting, very well written. Go check it out. If you haven't checked it out, what do you think about it?
And I just want to say one quick thing, Kombat. I've noticed with the Martian Manhunter, there's something about him that I really love. He's very strong but unstable, and I feel like once he gets past his own demons, he could literally do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he is
he is the powerful.
Even though he's a Martian, I feel like he's the most human character they've kind of ever written.
Yeah.
He has real problems, real issues. He's very complex. He's kind of like.
He kind of gets in the way of himself, doesn't he?
Yeah. So he's kind of like some people I know. Won't name any names, but he's kind of like people I know. But yeah.
He's a cool hero. He's a cool character.
Very cool. So comment below, let us know, guys. I love talking with you guys on Twitter. When I tweet about this show, talk about it with me. Talk about it with me.
Excited.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I love you guys. So yeah.
Let's talk wrestling.
We're gonna talk about NXT.
Okay, that's better.
Brooklyn. Woo! So we're gonna talk about NXT TakeOver, which is their pay-per-view, and this time it was in Brooklyn.
It was awesome.
And this time it was big. I mean, usually they keep the small crowds and everything, and it has that, I don't know, that big, big fight feel. I don't know how else to say it. Big fight feel. But this time it felt grand. It felt amazing. They're in an arena that's as big as on SmackDown, and it was awesome. So,
the wrestling was good.
Everything was hitting on all cylinders. I mean, Justin Liger versus Prince Pretty. That was a great match. I mean, it's so hard to think about the other matches because the double main event was the title match, the Divas title match, not Divas, NXT Women's title match between Sasha Banks and Bayley, and the other one was, of course, Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, but this one stole the show, and that's kind of what I want to talk about on this section, on this part. It was amazing.
It was good. Talk about it, Kombat.
This match was legit one of the best matches I've seen in a long time.
In a very long time.
This easily goes into the top 10 matches of all time.
Yes.
And
wow, like that.
Yeah. I mean, and it's I've been watching wrestling for a lot of years and everything, and I'm not even going to segregate and say, the top women match. No, the top match.
Because they were going in just like the guys, if not more fierce and more intense than the guys.
They were fighting like straight up dudes. There was no hair pulling. They were doing. Sasha Banks showed a mean
phenomenal.
Streak. Bayley showed a mean streak too.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Which shocked the heck out of me. I didn't know Bayley, because she has like bursts of mean streaks to her, but tonight she just went all in.
Yeah, they put it all on the line. And I like the little backstory they had, the little promo before the match. They were talking about how they all started together and they all became close friends, and kind of behind the scenes they called themselves the four horsewomen of the WWE and stuff like that. It's funny because it reminded me a lot of the Clique. How the Clique, behind the scenes they were friends, and they called themselves the Clique, and they did the thing like that. And then, later, curtain call, they all came out and hugged each other after a match. It was
and they were so emotional. You could tell the heart was there.
Yeah.
It was great. Even I started tearing up.
And that moment, the curtain call moment, was almost exactly like this moment out here, where all of them came in the ring, they broke character. They hugged each other, they cried. I mean, there was somebody in the crowd with a 4 horsewoman sign, I don't even know how that happened. They got behind the scenes info of people in the crowd.
Yeah, so I just have to say, kudos to Charlotte, kudos to Bailey, kudos to Sasha, and who's the last also? Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Kudos to all those women. They're phenomenal. They're all amazing.
Yeah, and it's like
awesome wrestlers.
And like they were talking about Divas Revolution. It's like the Revolution is not. I mean, if they would just let those girls cut loose like they did tonight on a Raw, you would really have some sort of revolution. Right now they're just kind of being mixed in with everyone else, and they're kind of being watered down, in my opinion. So I mean, I know you can, Triple H and Stephanie can only do what they can do because Vince is still, holding the cards on Raw and SmackDown.
And I just think amazing things are going to happen for the company. I feel like Triple H knows what he's doing. He has an awesome wife, and they're going to make history. They're changing a lot of things. I can see it and I can feel it.
And the thing is, like, Triple H and Stephanie, they have a vision.
Yeah.
They have a clear vision, and that's something, and I'm not knocking Vince McMahon, but that's something I don't think he ever had. From the documentaries that I have, the McMahon documentaries and everything that I've been able to read and watch, he's only had a vision about WrestleMania, and that was it. But he didn't have like a vision for the company. He just wanted.
Well, even Kombat and I were speaking on this earlier. We were saying sometimes it takes a wrestler, someone who's actually been inside, the wrestling business to help build the company, and that's what I believe. Vince McMahon was never like a real wrestler, so there's some things that he just won't know, and I think that Stephanie McMahon and I think that Triple H are doing amazing things. And I just can't wait to see it happen. Yeah. It's happening now, but I can't wait to see it grab its momentum and just keep rising. I'm excited for it.
Yeah. So I mean, what do you guys think about NXT Takeover? Did you guys watch it? Did you watch the? I mean, it was. If you guys didn't watch it, then don't watch me anymore. No, I'm just joking.
Watch us. You want to watch us?
I need the views.
Yeah.
But I'm just joking. But yeah, if you haven't watched it, go and check it out. Go watch it. It was an amazing show.
Yes.
I was really surprised because we watched NXT like a week ago, a few weeks ago. And it was like, this sucks. But this takeover pay-per-view, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Go check it out. Comment below and let's talk about it.
All right.
Yes.
Let's talk video games.
So in gaming, we're going to talk about Xbox One. They, as Stone Fox me like to call him, Phil McCracken. I think I might steal that. But Phil Spencer basically announced earlier last week that there's going to be they're going to be announcing more backwards compatibility. A good list of backwards compatibility for Xbox One. This has been at the forefront of a lot of gamers' minds. They took a poll on Xbox website, and they were asking people what games would you like to have what games would you want to be backwards compatible. And there was a huge poll, and they made a huge deal out of it. And it looks like those are the games that are going to be in this second wave, so people are really anticipating it.
Cool.
Red Dead Redemption was one of them.
Oh, sure.
So I do want to get my hands on that one. There's a bunch of them.
You say you don't?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I want to.
Yeah,
I will be like,
sure.
leave me alone, random girl.
Oh, no.
Hey, I'm calling off of work today. So, I mean, I love that game. That was one of my favorite games of all time. So I can't wait for them to announce that eventually. So he's going to be talking about that, and he says, he's going to announce that this week sometime. So we'll just be waiting. In the meantime, though, I like to speculate. What games would you like to see backwards compatible? I know, Random Girl has a few. I have a few. What do you think? I mean, do you have anything off the top of your head?
Well, I'm not sure. Did they already do Perfect Dark?
Yeah, they did Perfect Dark.
Okay, so I believe all the ones that I wanted to see, they've already done. Like, Perfect Dark. What else? Let me think. Perfect Dark. I wouldn't mind maybe GTA 4.
That'd be nice.
What else? Maybe Batman Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. That'd be nice too. Those are good games.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
I mean, me, I like Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Of course, all the Gears of War, and I know that that's on the list. They're going to be doing those. It's all first party games. I would like to see. Gosh, there's so many.
I just got excited. I had to think about it. What is it? Mass Effect. Any of the Mass Effects I would love to see. The first one is.
Yes, maybe the third one.
And we played that one, and the graphics are so great, so I was like, yeah.
So maybe the third Mass Effect.
Yes. The third Mass Effect, awesome. You have to put that one on there, and I'm done.
So yeah, Mass Effect, gosh, what else is there? Forget the big screen.
Well, what are yours, Kombat? I said mine. Did you say yours?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm having like a brain fart right now. I know, Red Dead Redemption's at the top of my list.
Definitely.
I would love to see like a lot of all the stuff that was in the arcade. Okay. So like Mortal Kombat 1 through 3 that I bought on Xbox 360. I'd like to be able to play that again on Xbox One.
Any of the Uncharted?
Well, Uncharted's PS4.
Oh crap.
So what else?
Brain fart. Okay.
Oh man, I can't think of any right now.
There was another one. Tomb Raider.
Well, they re-released that. They have a remastered version of that one.
There was another one that I wanted. They're already doing Gears of War. Mm-hmm. That's already backwards compatible. There was another one. What about any of the God of Wars?
PS4.
Ah!
You guys don't know. I've had both consoles for so long.
Yeah.
That it's sometimes.
Yeah, the intermixing. Yeah.
So but I mean, there's a lot of really.
You know what I would like to? I would just have to be honest. I think that there should be an exclusive. Everyone should have have the right.
Just do them all, Microsoft. Do them all.
Yeah. No. Well, not exclusive. I'm just saying, it shouldn't just pertain to one console. Everyone should be able to play whatever game.
Yeah, like a Sony
Maybe
XU.
have one exclusive because, I feel like Halo could have just had that one, even though Bungie's messing it up. But Halo could have just been Microsoft, and then, Sony has their one. But everything pretty much else, they get to share.
That's kind of how it is. They have their exclusive games.
Well, even Uncharted, there seems like a lot.
Yeah, but those are like all first-party studios.
I feel like they're being greedy.
But there's a lot for Xbox too. I mean, it's Quantum Break, Killer Instinct,
wouldn't it be awesome? It wouldn't be awesome if the Sony could play those games. That's what I think.
You have a word of harmony. That's not how the world is. It's about business and
harmony. I'm not talking about harmony, but because fans would like to see that. I would like to see it. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
But what do you guys think about backwards compatibility? What are some of the games that you want to see? I know there's a lot of really good games out there for Xbox 360. I mean, it was the #1 selling console forever last gen, so there's some good ones in there. Mm-hmm. What would you guys like to see? Comment below and let me know. Talk to us on Twitter.
Let us know!
Let's talk visual effects.
So in visual effects, we are going to be talking about Star Wars. More specifically, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Rogue One and Star Wars The Force Awakens. And it's like, so I was reading some stuff about Star Wars Rogue One, and we're talking about how this movie takes place before A New Hope, and I'm like, dude, why? Like, why are they like, seriously, we're going to release the movie in no particular order. It's like, dude, so, you know how they did. They did the middle of the series first, and then they did the beginning of the series later, and now The Force Awakens takes place 30 years after the last Star Wars movie in chronological order, right? So you have old Luke and old Leia and old confusion, which is awesome. But then the next movie after that is going to be Rogue One, which takes place before the movie that came in 1977.
I'm confused already, Kombat, and I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, it's like, dude, why can't you release your movies in order? It's going to be so. Could you imagine somebody watching these movies? They're going to be like, episode 1, 2, 3, right, and then episode 4, 5, 6. It's going to be like, wow, these guys look like they're dressed from the 70s, and then it's going to be like Star Wars, Force Awakens. It's like, this is an awesome movie. Bing. Yeah. Oh no, wait. So it's going to be the first 3, and then the first movie that was in the 70s.
You don't even know.
And then it's going to be Rogue One, and then it's going to be New Hope, and then it's going to be it's going to be like, those guys look like they're dressed from the 70s. Oh, those was like they're dressed from the 2000s. Oh, they went back to dress like the 70s. It's like, oh my dear goodiness. Yeah. They better have the hairstyle and everything down in this movie for it to be consistent. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be a lot of work. They're going to have to. You have to go all the way. Yeah.
You know what? I find that you just have to go with the flow of how they do things. George Lucas is awesome. You're going to see some awesome stories, some awesome actors, and some awesome everything. So that's just what I'm focused on.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't focus too much on the timeline because you will get confused. My head's hurt. Well, just Kombat's talking about it.
Yeah, and it's like, and we all, I mean, like what Random Girl, the kid on Random Girl, what she was saying. George Lucas did write these. I mean, the books came out way back in the day. I think after the first movie, all the books were released hard copy. I think there was like 16 books.
Was the timeline off in that too?
No. They were all good.
Okay.
But he just chose to do these books first and those books second, and it's kind of a really weird deal. It's really confusing for people who want to watch, this stuff.
Well, that's why I say it seems like the hardcore fans, they know what's going on. But like for me, I'm just saying like from the beginning with when they had what's his name, Harrison Ford, to the end when they had Natalie Portman. Like what I'm focused on is sometimes if you focus too much on the timeline, you will get confused. In the chronological order, you will get confused. So I'm saying is George Lucas, he's awesome. He directs these films. You know you're gonna have a good time when you watch them. So.
Well, I mean, the new ones aren't being directed or anything. George Lucas has nothing.
He has nothing to do with these.
So because Disney owns it now, so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, they look like they're doing a great job with it. They really care about the franchise. It's obvious. But I mean, they do have source material. I mean, these books were written back in the 70s, all 16 books.
That's going to be interesting.
So I mean, it's interesting they're picking and choosing which book to do instead of going in order. But I mean, Star Wars has always been a good time for me. I've always liked it.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not a Star Wars or Star Trek fanatic.
Yeah.
I just think they're good stuff. I think it's good stuff. So I'm going to be enjoying it, and for me who's like a regular fan who enjoys it, I'm looking forward to it. I know they changed.
I'm interested to see it too. I didn't know George Lucas was. So he's not behind it anymore.
No, he's not doing it. Oh. So I mean, he's sold his company Disney. He sold the characters to Disney, and so I mean, it still looks good though. Okay. Still looks good. So we'll see what happens. What do you guys think? I mean, in this section we normally talk about visual effects and how awesome the visual effects are in the movie. Then we kind of springboard into other aspects of the movie that we like. But I think talking about visual effects in Star Wars is kind of moot because we talk about it a lot, and it kind of goes with the territory. Yeah. You know it's going to be awesome. You know it's going to be great. There's nothing to really critique. It's just going to be awesome.
It's going to be epic.
So I kind of skipped over that. Like a little speed bump. Yeah. But I mean, I don't think we need to talk about visual effects.
Not really, because it speaks for itself.
Yeah, I mean, it belongs in this section, no doubt. It's heavy. It's visual, 90% visual effects.
No need to explain yourself, Kombat. They already know. The viewers know.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think? Do you care that they're doing them kind of out of order? Do you not care that they're doing it in any particular order? So, I mean, just like we said in the other couple of sections.
Also, to get a memento going. Who is your favorite character throughout the whole Star Wars series?
That is a good one. Who is your favorite character throughout the whole Star Wars series?
My favorite one, of course, would have to be Samuel Jackson's.
Samuel Jackson's my favorite character in the movie.
I picked
Mace Windu.
That's his name.
Yeah, second in command of the Jedi Order.
I picked my favorites for all the wrong reasons. Yeah.
She just likes when his hand gets chopped off.
And he goes, I'll just watch it for that part. So, yeah, that's what I like to do.
Yeah, and me, if I had to pick any character, I would have to say... I'd say Lando. I like Lando.
Who's Lando?
He's Han Solo's best friend, and he was
I know. Okay,
the mayor of like Cloud City.
I remember.
But yeah, I think Lando. I think he's a cool dude. Cool he's like responsible now, and I feel like there's so much you can do with that character. Mm-hmm. I know he hasn't got a lot of screen time. He's not one of the main characters. But I do like him, and it'd be awesome to see him again. Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
Yeah.
If I couldn't pick Lando, I would have to pick R2-D2 because he's a little droid, but he has so much character and personality.
He's so bold and fearless. He's awesome.
So I even met him at Comic-Con one year.
There you go. I remember we took some pictures, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
And look, this is the picture.
Yeah. There it is.
R2-D2. So yeah, I love Star Wars. I'm not a fanatic. I am looking forward to new films. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
And like I said before, in order, out of order, do you care? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let us know.
All right.
All I wanna do is see you. Thank you for being a friend.
All right. You did Golden Girls on? Okay.
Thank you for watching. We enjoyed doing this show as always, and we are excited that you came to join us today and share with your friends, your loved ones. Hit that subscribe button.
Combat's been very excited, guys. If you can see his energy and excitement, he's on it.
I wish we could go another 30 minutes, but I know y'all attention spans like this. And so, Like I said, comment below. Let us know. Contact us on Twitter. We just got Facebooks. I don't really use it much, but if you're a Facebook person, go find Kombat AllStar. I'm there.
Yeah.
Random Girls there. So, yeah. Go find us on there, too. And until next time.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Trish Stratus. You're welcome.
Damien Sandow.
Okay.
You're welcome.